Hello, New Westers. So you live here,
But you want to go here.
here's how to make that happen. Hey, it's Matt and Jer with the New West guys. We've noticed a growing trend with a lot of our younger clients here in New West that aren't really happy with some of the options that they have for their growing family or to start a family. And what they're doing is they end up wanting to look over in Langley.
First, you're going to start by getting a feel for the neighborhoods. You're watching this because you probably already decided Langley is a good fit for you, and we've seen a lot of our clients move into neighborhoods like Clayton, Willoughby, Walnut Grove. My favorite is Fort Langley.
But that's always a nice one.
A lot of people's favorites though, and it's a little pricey.
I was going to say, but you end up paying a little bit more for there. But they seem to be, nice like-minded people, nice safe neighborhoods, a nice newer product too.
Yeah, everyone I know who's moved there has loved it. Loves living there. So, how do you make it happen?
You're going to probably want to go and check out the neighborhood for yourself, whether that's on a weekend, during the week, depending on your schedule. Go see some product, go see open houses.
You don't need to see that much because they are all pretty similar to each other. Once you've seen a few, you got a good feel for if something is going to fit for you.
Yeah, most of them are built to a very similar spec.
Typically, I find the best scenario is to buy one that didn't already have kids living in it.
Why is that, Matt?
They're so hard on those homes. They're not built with really high quality materials.
Right.
So what I've noticed is new flooring and new trim, new appliances go in, it completely transforms the homes. And typically that's I've noticed from empty nesters.
Right. So similar spec, a lot of these homes, a few different floor plans, but a lot of them are very similar. But definitely there are specific units that you can see there's a lot of pride of ownership there, and they've gone to the time to do some of those upgrades.
And then they stand out as either an end unit, or if we're talking about houses, because a lot of the houses are similar too, but they might have just a better lot orientation, corner lot.
Better exposure even.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of those things start to factor in. So how you do this, should you buy or sell first, is probably the most common question we get.
Always.
Will depend on, do you want to buy one of the gems, the shiny penny, or do you want to just choose one of the many options available for you once you sell?
Right. You might not need to have something that's completely move-in ready. You might be handy. You're going to potentially have a garage now, depending on the unit you buy.
That'd be nice.
So you could have some tools. You can get your hands dirty a little bit. So Matt, you found the one. What do? Do you buy first? Do you sell first? Subject to sale first?
Subject to sale is an option, right? So that's something that a lot of people can consider, but understand that, sometimes it can leave you quite disappointed, and a lot of sellers they won't even entertain it right now. But it's always worth considering. The most common process here is to get your home in New West on the market first.
Right. And the subject to sale can kind of be setting you up for heartache a little bit. You go through the effort of getting that offer accepted, finally everyone's in agreement. There's always that option there that you end up getting bumped from that contract. You could be mid-showing your property. You could have someone who really likes it, but they're not quite there, and it might be a few days, and you have, all of a sudden you get notice 48 hours to remove that condition, or you're out and everything's kind of back at square one.
Yeah, and if this isn't making complete sense to you, obviously you need to follow up and talk more about what a subject to sale is. But that is an option. Really, it's about going with getting your home on the market. You want to know what you sell for, when you sell, and then you have way more buying power. Right. You could head out to Langley, the neighborhood that you've chosen. There will be options available. There are always options available. And you can go and make your offer and say, this is not subject to sale. I've got a strong offer. Don't tell them you've already sold. And you'll be in a pretty good position. Unless, of course, you want to buy the shiny penny, the perfect one. Right. Then it's a different situation.
And in 2019, the market is a little bit fickle right now. Buyers are a little bit pickier. So depending on what you have for sale, that timeline and for how much you're going to end up selling for is really going to vary. So that's kind of where we come in, and when we're doing an evaluation, letting you know some of the sort of expected timelines and amounts, your sale amounts.
Yeah, definitely. Let's let people know though, we've had success this year in 2019 with folks who have decided there is the right home for them. And what they've done is they've made sure their home in New West was perfectly show ready, all the details were covered, and they priced it sharp.
Right.
And we did get some of those done quickly, right? But there's no guarantees on that. It's a tough market right now.
Definitely.
So there's a lot of different planning that has to go into it, but understand that you have more choice in Langley, and it allows you to take some liberties maybe on the other side of things when it comes to how to maximize your sale price in New West.
Okay. So you've decided to go with this particular plan of, we've gone and seen what's available, we see there's a few options, we've gotten our place on the market, and finally we're getting some action, and we have somebody who's ready to write an offer on your property.
Good news.
Now what do we do, Matt?
So there is an option here, and not a lot of people are aware of this, but what you can do is when that offer immediately comes in is you go back and double check if some of the homes or the home you really like is currently available in the market.
Still kicking around.
And you go and right away we jump on it and we try to get that under contract while you're negotiating your contract to sell your condo.
Right.
And there is a provision we can use that actually gives you a subject clause as a seller that you only agree to sell if you get an offer accepted.
Not the only way to do things. There are a few other little ways and little tricks and things like that. We'll let you connect with us to kind of get into those a little bit more, or you can leave us a comment. Maybe we can answer that in the comment section.
So we've seen this process a number of times with our clients now, and we're enjoying it. I hate to see people move out of our community in New West, but it's just the way the world is now, and we want to help everyone succeed.
Love helping people move from their limited square footage condo in New Westminster to something out potentially in Langley with more space.
So please, if that's you, get in touch with us. We want to help.
Thanks.